According to Aria Maqbool Jan, Donald Trump wants regime change in several countries. He says that 3 countries were targeted for regime change and Pakistan was number 1, where regime change took place in 2022. He explains that the day the United States withdrew from Afghanistan, its military base there effectively ended. If someone visits Bagram Air Base, they can see how massive the infrastructure was. The US built it mainly to counter China and to pressure Iran and Pakistan. When this entire project collapsed, it became a serious shock for the American leadership, to the point that they lost sleep over it. The US believed that it would keep its government in Kabul. For this purpose, it had trained an army of 425,000 Afghan soldiers and paid them high salaries. They thought this force would function like Pakistan's police, rangers, or other paramilitary units, and would fight the Taliban. However, they failed to understand that Afghans had been fighting foreign powers for nearly 100 years and had a very different kind of war experience. Aria Maqbool Jan argues that Western-trained forces are taught to obey orders even if those orders go against their own people. Their training removes moral and ethical limits, making them ready to raid their own brothers' homes if commanded. He gives historical examples, saying that those who once fired bullets at the Kaaba fought in Iraq, Gaza, and Palestine and carried out violence under foreign influence are part of recorded history. Their names are still found at certain historical sites and railway stations, showing that such actions are not new. The Americans assumed that after spending billions of dollars, the Afghan army would fight for them. Instead, when the Taliban advanced toward Kabul, the entire force surrendered within 4 days. This caused panic in Washington. U.S. Secretary of State Blinken was summoned before Congress and questioned about why the Taliban were approaching Kabul and why American collaborators would be killed. As a result, 20,000 emergency visas were issued within 1 hour, and Pakistan was asked to evacuate these people. At that time, Imran Khan was Prime Minister of Pakistan. Interpreters, translators, and other loyal Afghan collaborators of the U.S. arrived in Pakistan, some even clinging to airplanes. Islamabad became filled with people who had abandoned their own nation for the United States, yet continued to abuse Pakistan. According to Aria Maqbool Jan, Afghanistan experienced one form of regime change through the Taliban takeover, and another planned regime change was still in discussion. He says Donald Trump has been trying for a long time to revive this old program, because the United States is under heavy pressure.